All right. Hi, lovies. I'm sorry if you can hear my floofs in the background. They might walk around or bark because that's what they do. But here we go. Happy snow day. I hope you all are staying safe and warm. Here is 8.6 solving rational equations, day 1. Okay, so when you can, cross multiply. And then when you can't, multiply everything by the least common denominator or the LCD. So I kind of mentioned this in class today for number 1, cross multiply. So we're going to do 3 times x minus 7. We're going to get 3x minus 7 equals 5x times 2 is 10x. Okay, then you distribute to 3x minus 21 equals that 10x. Isolate the x's, so negative 21 equals 7x. Divide both sides by 7. X equals negative 3. Cool. If you want to, you can check for, not if you want to, it says to, check for extraneous solutions to make sure that there's no zeros in the denominator. Just by looking, it'll be 15 and negative 10, so we're good on that front. So we have no extraneous solution in A. Okay, example B. On this one, I said to multiply everything by the least common denominator. So your LCD for this one is going to be 3x. So you have to make sure that you get every single term on both sides of the brackets and equal signs. So this is going to be, oh, Finn is already growling. 3x times 2 gives me that 6x over x, plus 3x times 4 is 12x over 3 equals 6x. Okay, so then these x's will cancel, so we are left with 6 plus that 4x, because 12 divided by 3 is 4, equals 6x minus the 4x. So it's going to be 6 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 3. Okay, again, if you plug that into the denominator for the x, if you were to plug that in right here, it wouldn't be equal to 0, so you are good to go on that front. Okay. C. My LCD for this one is going to, actually, no, I don't need the LCD. I think Maggie was the one who pointed out, or after I asked why I moved over the 5 over 2x, is because you can just combine like terms. So that's your easiest case here. So plus 5 over 2x. You could have multiplied everything by the least common denominator. Each one would work. It just depends on how much work you want to do. So we're going to have 3 over x plus 1 equals 3 over 2x plus 5 over 2x is 8 over 2x. So then you cross multiply. So we're going to get 6x equals 8 times x plus 1. So that's going to be 6x equals 8x plus 8. Ooh, what did I do here? 3. No, I think I did it. I'm looking at an answer key, but I think I did it wrong last year. Because that plus 5 over 2x. So that should be 8 over 2x. Oh, I definitely did it wrong. What did I forget here? Forgot my x. So that should be 6x squared. Boom. There we go. Okay. So if you were sitting at home and you're like, Srock, you did it wrong. You were right. I did make a mistake. So now we can move everything over, take out our GCF, and then factor. So let's move over this 8x and this 8. So we're going to have 6x squared minus 8x minus 8 equals 0. So then pull out a 2 So it's going to be 3x squared minus 4x minus 4 equals 0. So then I need two numbers that multiply to negative 12 and add to negative 4. That's going to be negative 6 and 2. So 3x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 4. Pull out a 3x, pull out a 2. So then this is going to be 3x plus 2, x minus 2. So my two answers would be x equals negative 2/3, and then x equals positive 2. If you were to plug those back in, you need to check your work. So not only can you not have a 0 in the denominator, you also need to plug them back in to make sure the fractions equal each other. So you would plug in that 2 and negative 2/3 to all of these x's to make sure it is a true statement. When you do that, for time purposes on this video, I'm not going to do that, and my iPad is at 19%. But if you do all of that to check your work, you would see that negative 2/3 works, and then 2 is extraneous. It is a false statement. Okay, last example before I set you free to your homework. You just multiply everything by the least common denominator because you can't, you could subtract the 2 over, but I'm just going to multiply everything by the least common denominator. So this is going to be x minus 3 times x. So then when you do this here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 2x minus 3 times x minus 3 times x plus 1 over x times x minus 3 times x equals x minus 1 over x minus 3 times x minus 3 times x. So then when you go to cancel, let's see, the x minus 3's cancel, so we're left with 2x here plus the x's cancel, so that's just going to be x minus 3 because it's times 1, and then over here we are left with x minus 3's cancel, so we're left with equals x squared minus x. Okay, so let's combine like terms, move everything over so we can factor. So this is going to be minus 2x, and minus x, and then plus 3. So this is going to be x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals 0. Factor, so multiply to 3, add to negative 4, so that's going to be x minus 3, x minus 1. So in this case, we would have x equals 3 and x equals 1. But again, plug in the 3. So if we were to plug in the 3 here, you would get 0 in the denominator. So that one doesn't work. But if you plugged in the 1 and you simplify the fractions, that one does end up working. Okay, so I will post this video. If you have any questions, send me an email. Otherwise, I will see all of your lovely faces on Thursday. Okay.